Just a year after the very successful Resident Evil 2 remake, Capcom released another remake for a fan-favorite game that doesn't get the same treatment as all the other installments in the series. Resident Evil 3. With a complete revival and recreation of the original game from 1999, old players and newcomers can finally see franchise hero Jill Valentine once again. Even though I think of myself as a big Resident Evil fan, I've never actually had the opportunity to play the original Resi 3, so I honestly didn't know what to expect. So my reaction to the news of the remake was more so, okay. With how much I love Resi 2's remake, a game whose original was one that I've already adored as a child, I was very excited to get introduced to Resi 3 for the first time in an all-new engine and modern-day polish. But did the remake meet fan expectations and properly welcome in new players to Jill and Carlos' stories? We are Oh! So grab your Jill sandwich, sit on down, and let me tell you about Resident Evil 3 Remake. Spoilers ahead for the original from 1999 and a 2020 remake. The game opens up with a live action sequence as a reminder of what happened in the terrible dumpster fire year that was 2020.
This pandemic has spread faster than any disease in modern history.
Featuring a super shady doctor who you know just had to do it to him. Anyways, the last time we saw our favorite bob cut toting, beret wearing, shoulder pad rocking super cop Jill Valentine, her and Chris blew up the Spencer mansion in the outskirts of Raccoon City to try and prevent the T-virus from spreading. While Chris flies off to Europe to investigate Umbrella's international connections, Jill stays in Raccoon City to do her own digging on the corrupt pharmaceutical company. Jill's story takes place in September of 1998, about 2 months after the Arclight incident, but just one day before Leon and Claire arrive in the city. Obviously traumatized from her horrific experience in trying to survive the Spencer mansion, Jill suffers from nightmares of the living undead. You can see from her apartment that she hasn't been doing too well, and her investigation has made her more cautious and paranoid of everything. Jill woke up and chose post-traumatic stress. Meanwhile, Nemesis woke up and chose f***ing violence.
Oh no, already? What the f***?
It hasn't even been 5 minutes yet, and you already have to deal with the game's big bad bioweapon tyrant, Nemesis.
It is hot as hell in this f***y ass, hot ass room I'm in. Is that the Grim Reaper? No!
Jill escapes Nemesis' temper tantrum and reaches the streets of Raccoon City, where an all-out apocalypse is already popping off. And in the middle of it all is Brad. Brad Vickers, the very same Brad who was the helicopter pilot that left Chris and Jill in the first game, is back for the remake, but unlike his appearance in Resi 3, it's actually kinda helpful here, then dies literally seconds later.
Don't fuck up like I do. Go!
Damn, Brad already dead like the first 10 seconds. You suck, Brad.
Jill tries to escape the city, but the oh-so-convenient rescue helicopter is in the ominously large rooftop space where inevitable rockets are within shooting distance. She tries to Tokyo drift her way against the pursuer, fails, then crashes it down the bottom floor. Thankfully though, she gets saved by the messy and wavy-haired, smooth-talking, Latino lover, Carlos Oliveira.
Easy, lady, I got you.
Damn, he's so damn fine though.
Your name's Carlos, and I'm saving you. Come on, let's get you someplace safe.
Carlos is an honest mercenary who works for the Umbrella Biohazard Countermeasure Force, who are supposedly tasked with rescuing civilians from the bioterror. Alongside him are Mikhail, their leader, Tyrell, Murphy, and Nikolai, who is the not-so-conspicuous traitor of the group judging by how much of a dick he is.
I'm not unaffected. No, wait, please!
Oh!
We did it, Patrick! We saved the city!
I previously said in my Resident Evil 2 remake video that our babyface rookie cop Leon S. Kennedy is a snack, while Carlos is a full-course meal.
It's alright, you're going ahead. I'm not gonna die on you, leave you in a cold, cruel, Carlosless world.
Okay.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
This dude is so charismatic that he even makes me swoon.
Thank God you're okay.
Regardless of Carlos's good looks and big personality, Jill doesn't trust him because he works for Umbrella, the same Umbrella that caused the whole outbreak.
Are you kidding me? Are you f***ing kidding me? You guys are the ones who caused all of this.
Whoa. What are you talking about? Look, you don't have to trust me, but I'm going to the shelter. You coming?
But they have to work and trust each other to survive and get out of Raccoon City. Just like the Resident Evil 2 remake, the 3 remake plays exactly the same, with some minor changes to the gameplay mechanics. Unlike Leon and Claire, who kinda just have to weave and zigzag their way from being zombie lunch, Jill can dodge and roll out of attacks and do an action hero slow-mo shot at her enemy. If you can pull it off, it's very rewarding and you can escape without a scratch. But most of the time, you'll be trying to cha-cha slide your way out of harm's way because this dodge barely works.
Oh, you're so fast!
While Carlos just straight up punches back.
Ooh, oh! Oh!
These two are definitely more badass and capable, especially because of their combat experience. And because of this, makes Resident Evil 3 remakes be far more action oriented and less on horror like the previous game. But the horror element is still definitely there, with the scares seeming to get even more aggressive than before.
Oh, that's new.
Ammunition and supplies are more abundant now, but you still need to conserve just enough to fight through the waves of enemies you have to go through.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, never mind.
There are much more zombies on screen at a time too, but they won't be the only thing that's trying to get a piece of you. There's the dogs you can't pet.
Ow. Ow.
There's the lickers.
Oh,
big lizards.
Light his ass up, Carlos. Oh, God. One hit? It squeezed me?
Mutated frogs.
Oh, okay, maybe I don't want to fight you.
Crawling tentacled nightmare fuel.
No, please. Oh!
And these zombie types that won't die no matter how many bullets you feed them.
Can we not right now? This sucks.
But dissimilar to Resident Evil 2 Remake and the original Resident Evil 3 from 1999, there are less puzzles to solve, and the entire game is far more linear with less backtracking. The very few puzzles that are in the game are pretty easy and straightforward, with some requiring minor exploration or notes found in the environment to solve. And with this comes the challenge of the game's exploration in the city, because while you're trying to go around Raccoon City looking for clues, you have to deal with Nemesis.
Oh, shit! Oh, I'm gonna die here. Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna die here.
Nemesis is ordered to get rid of any remaining STARS members left in Raccoon City, which leaves, well, Jill and Brad. And Umbrella created him to be far more dangerous than his little cousin Mr. X. He will sprint after Jill and pummel the shit out of her.
Oh, shit. He predicted. Okay. Well, I tried. Oh, I definitely tried.
Swing around and cut her off.
We're gonna survive, Jill. We're gonna live forever. We are not gonna die. Oh, we're gonna die. Oh, we're definitely gonna die.
Use a whole ass rocket launcher.
What is this? What the?
Crisscross! Crisscross!
Cook you up with a flamethrower.
Ah, I'm on fire.
Take out his tentacles and commit unspeakable things to you.
Where'd I get going? Oh, I've seen enough internet. You know where that goes? Oh, yeah, I definitely know enough internet.
Wide scale vandalism. Teleportation.
Oh, what? Huh?
And even create Nemesis type zombies that will poke you like a pincushion.
Ow. Ah, this sucks in every way possible. Oh, God.
Jill goes through so much bullshit from Nemesis. And it's honestly surprising that she didn't die the first time they were throwing down.
Thank God I'm done with the sewers. I hope at least. Oh my God.
However, there's a very good reason why Nemesis is no longer in the 2020 Remake's title. It's because you rarely actually had to deal with him. You only encountered Nemesis in short remote set pieces, and you're free from his tentacle prying hands from there on. Everyone was super hyped about running away from Nemesis after everything we endured with Mr. X. And unfortunately, the 2020 Remake's version of him is quite cheeks.
Bitch can't even swim.
But in the short moments you did run from him, they were very exciting.
Oh, oh, okay, I get it.
And the game could have used so much more of that persistence.
Oh my God, can I please get a break? Oh man. Okay. Oh, is he still here?
Every second you're not running, I'm only getting closer.
Midway through the story, Jill gets infected by Nemesis with a T-virus and passes out, so Carlos has to go find a vaccine and cure her. As big, buff, and stacked Carlos is, his guns for arms aren't enough to make his sections any less scary.
Oh, Okay. Dude, I hate this. This game fucking. Ah!
For whatever reason, his parts are far more tense and spooky than when playing as Jill.
Ah, God. You did? Cool. Ooh! No, he's not. Ooh! F***ing warned y'all. Ooh, hi. Oh!
Carlos finds the cure to save Jill, and also learns the truth of Umbrella's involvement with the viral outbreak. The government announces that they will nuke Raccoon City to eradicate a T-virus, and he goes to the underground lab of the hospital to search for more vaccines and persuade the authorities from completely killing them and any other civilians trying to escape the city. Jill wakes up to the news and goes after Carlos in the lab and synthesizes a vaccine sample, only to be stopped by Nikolai, who steals the vaccine. In typical supervillain fashion, he reveals that he is working for another organization who is paying to get combat data of Nemesis and to get samples of the virus. Jill has to fight Nemesis one last time and laser beams his mouth wide open. They chase after Nikolai, who breaks the last remaining vial of the vaccine, dooming Raccoon City to nuclear extinction. They fight back against Nikolai's annoying ass and leave him for dead.
Carlos! No!
As Jill and Carlos fly off to see the incoming nuke blow up Raccoon City for good, killing and eradicating everything in the city. The tragic event contrasts with the visuals of the explosion, gives us what I believe to be the redeeming scene of this entire game. Even though the Resident Evil 3 remake isn't as amazing as Resi 2, it's still a great game for what it is. While I still had my fun with it, it did had some pretty big faults. Nemesis wasn't as big as a threat as he was in the original game, and he's barely even in the remake. It also does really suck they cut out a lot of content, making an already short game even shorter.
I did so f***ing poorly. Oh my god.
Removing some key moments that made the original game so memorable. There's no decision making that can branch out the story.
It's useless.
You don't get to explore the clock tower. Some of the most iconic lines were either changed or just not used well.
You want stars? I'll give you stars. You want stars? I'll give you.
Oh, god damn it.
And last but not least, we didn't get to see Barry. What the hell, Capcom?
What about you?
Oh, don't worry. I like the buddy system we have here.
I see.
Nonetheless, Resident Evil 3 Remake manages to revive just how amazing Jill and Carlos are, with their stories and relationship being given some love and attention. Hopefully, the game did well enough to remind Capcom that Jill and Carlos are still adored by the community, and that they include these characters in a proper way in a future entry. Because as long as bioterrorism is still around, you know that Jill Valentine will be there to stop it.